We all know that Minecraft trailers constantly amaze us with their beauty and detail, various animations, effects, and just their atmosphere. But what we always get in the end is this: terrible textures, gray and depressing universe. It's nothing like what we were shown in the trailer. But wouldn't you like to have the same graphics in your game? If so, today I'm going to try to turn it into it with modifications and texture packs. As always, please like and subscribe to the channel. Full text star, we're starting. The first thing we need to do is create a base. I'm using version 1, 18.2 in the bare bones texture pack, which closely matches the game's textures from the trailer. They are based on the official artwork from Mojang, and how we'll make the world of Minecraft simpler, but brighter, with a new color palette. The entire vanilla world has been transformed into a minimalist style, starting from blocks, tools, and ending with mobs and art. All of them are now made in a simple style, with a minimum number of details, while it is a regular Minecraft, just with less detail. I wonder why this pack is not included in the game's core. Then there are shaders. We need very soft and saturated ones, and BSL shaders will do the job perfectly. Thermal lighting, reflecting effects in water, and highlighting a realistic environment that still remains largely true to the vanilla experience. But if we want to bring ourselves closer to the similarity with the trailer, then we need to customize them. I won't explain every setting in detail, so feel free to stop the video and copy. I think it's much better now. But that's not all. Let's bring some freshness to our textures and add another bare bones PBR. The set contains textures supported by shaders that allow blocks to have different materials and properties that make them reflective, rough, or radiant. Thanks to these textures, you will have a completely new experience that will surely make your game very enjoyable and interesting in terms of research. The game is less like what we saw in the trailers. But there is one big thing: the animations. Look how lively and beautiful it is. And in the game, you can see everything for yourself. So let's use the Fresh Animations pack, which will add beautiful and realistic animations for game mobs. Now they can have emotions, they will walk and move their limbs realistically, and provided that it is implemented with the help of a texture pack, it looks just amazing. At the moment, not all mobs have been animated, but they can already be seen in peasants, animals, creepers, skeletons, and zombies, a golem, robbers, a destroyer, and so on. And if you compare before and after, I'm happy with the result. Unfortunately, these animations do not apply to the player. That's why we're going to use Not Enough Animations, first-person model, and eating animation to help. The first one will fix some errors and bugs in the player's movement animations, as well as add an eating animation that is visible in third-person mode. The player's arms will move when sailing on a boat. The map is displayed beautifully and realistically, and other players will see it too, even if the player is holding a map in each hand. When riding a horse, the player will hold his hands as if he were holding the reins, and much more. And the second modification will enable the display of the player's first-person model, which we could see in one of the game's trailers. This way, you will see your legs, arms, and their normal game movements. And the last one will add an animation to the game when eating food. Now it will slowly evaporate as the player eats it. It is strange that this is not in the game by default. The animation works for all types of food, and each one works in its own way. Also, in one of the trailers, we could see similar effects from water, which of course is not in the game itself. And again, mods will help us, or rather, effective, with which now, when falling into the water from a great height, a haze of water vapor will appear, and splashes will fly from the waterfall itself. Also, mobs now make a big splash of water when they fall into the water, just like in real life. It looks really cool. I also added a small addition related to the torch. This is a small texture pack that will change the appearance of the torches and their animation. Now they seem to be hanging on a special metal base. The author has changed their animation. It is now longer, darker, and the torches themselves have become darker. All in all, a great addition to the realism of the game. And the last thing I wanted to change was the dimension of hell, even with the shaders and textures. This is not what we were shown in the trailers. So meet the updated hell with the amplified nether mod, a small mod that will raise the height of the world in hell and add another generation. It will now look like a normal world with mountains. High mountains with lava will appear in hell, and in general, it will become more voluminous, epic, and simply bigger. It won't seem like the player is locked in some small dimension that gives them more points compared to the standard generation. And I understand that this is not fully what we saw in the trailers, but believe me, this is the maximum that can be extracted from it. At the moment, these are all the things we can replace in the game. And as for me, it turned out pretty well. I hope you enjoyed the video and have already liked and subscribed to my channel. This build is already waiting for you in the description below this video, so you can download it now. Feel free to offer your ideas for the next videos. And that was FlexStar with you. Good luck to everyone and see you soon. Bye.